It's proved us all wrong. Can they do it again here on round two? On this side of the pond. Raleigh Major continues on. It's Gentlemates versus NRG.
After all the last-minute heroics we've already seen this year, the Gentlemates Road to Lyon faces a major roadblock in NRG, but a win here gets them to 2-0 in the Swiss. Game one brought to you by Progressive. Can this improbable run for Mates continue?
We've seen improbable happen already earlier in the last match with Ultimates upsetting Karmine Corp. Gentlemates needing to get the run to make it to the World Championship, but they've got to focus on match-up by matchup. They cannot think of the bigger picture. It's too much pressure for this team as they're trying to make a Hail Mary run to make the World Championship.
Both teams relatively easy walks through their first round matchup, though difference in opponent for sure, difference in quality of opponent on paper. Eugen has that taken away by Atomic. It's a 3-0 sweep for NRG over their domestic rival Gen.G. Gentlemates got Bud Esports as it's Eugen leaving it for Seiko, and he leads the way through. Gentlemates strike first.
I love this from Eugen. Takes his time, baited a pre-jump. Atomic was on the back wall. He was put in a tough spot, and then he had to come off the back wall and try to take a 50. He had a very low percentage chance of winning. Eugen, the rookie here, it's his first LAN event, and he's got NRG jumping like that. That's a great sign for Mates.
Remember when Juicy was a LAN rookie and how good he looked at times. That goes off to the wing. And now Eugen to the backboard. One more touch, not happening there as Daniel quickly downfield and just not connecting with Atomic on that exchange. Looked promising for NRG, but they still trail early in game one. Could it be by two? No, easy save by Daniel, no follow-up.
And you can see just how well Mates are playing this game. They're keeping the ball out of the air. They don't mind playing it low. They're taking their time, and they're not necessarily rushing into touches. NRG, if you are a team that rushes and tries to play fast, they can get you in a trap. So far, Mates have done a great job rotation-wise, keeping NRG in their own half and not giving them too much free space.
That's a good win, and Seiko diving right past Atomic. And again, not quite there on the follow were Gentlemates this time. It'll be Juicy now, to the skies. One to meet him. And that just slows down Gentlemates Alpine, but for how much longer? Daniel gonna try to go. Flip reset denied. And Atomic doing all he can just to keep that central. Beast mode's there, shots deflected. Follow-up from Daniel, right at the crossbar and saved away.
And you can see the threat of NRG when they are upfield on offense. Just so many different things you got to watch out for. As Atomic off the ceiling too, you have to keep your eye on every single person on NRG. If you don't, they will get a crazy shot you're not expecting. It'll be in your net in a flash.
Well, Beast Mode's lost that ball. Atomic tried to center, but Daniel nowhere to be found. Eugen got that through, and Juicy shot blocked away. Looked like another golden opportunity for Gentlemates, who have come out firing on all cylinders here in game one. They've owned the first half. Can they get anything else, though?
And you can see again that pressure. They're not afraid to get in NRG's half and make them jump defensively. It's been NRG that's had to make some of these adjustments mid-game because Gentlemates has been able to control the pace. That's good speed from Atomic, but he's not going to have the double there. So now Beast Mode's going to try to make the offense work. He has Daniel in midfield, but he can't get connection on the ball. So now NRG are going to have to start over.
Good power clear, but there's Daniel waiting for it. Gentlemates struggling to get out of their own territory again. Atomic down to Beast Mode, just played out to the corner. NRG finding a lot of space, trying to stretch the defense, but just not enough to break through. Now another one downfield. Eugen, and Beast Mode had the read. Had to guess at the right spot and did so.
I like what I'm seeing out of Eugen, though. He's not trying to do too much here against NRG. Just put the shot on. Seiko's doing great work as well, being able to just get that beat on the guy in midfield and give space. The decision-making from Mates has been really good so far.
Player like Seiko, this is why he's on this Gentlemates team too. All he's done throughout his entire career is win. Right there at Juicy as it's sent away. And sometimes people try to point at different players, different teammates, and go, they're the reason. Hard to find much fault with Seiko in his short career so far. This one's going to be played through. Seiko bouncing it downfield. Juicy couldn't quite get to it in time. And it's collected by Daniel. Can't get out of the zone. Seiko trying to keep the pressure on here. Into the final minute. Down to about 30 seconds left. Atomic fake. Beast mode scores. Tie game.
And this is something you haven't seen too much from NRG this game, but you have to know they have it in their toolkit. A great fake from Atomic. The defense is all put in positions expecting him to make a play, but it's really a fake for beast mode, and it's perfect placement on the shot.
So once again, NRG in a very low-scoring game, but they find a way to get an equalizer as everybody crisscrosses along the corner, and Atomic will have to clean up the mess. And he has done so brilliantly so far this season in many awkward situations. Beast mode second touch, try to get it down central. Daniel didn't bite on it. This stays neutral for Atomic maybe to turn on. Instead, he goes all the way back, and a good thing, he was getting chased. Now down to 5 seconds left. Daniel, last second chance for NRG, and it's saved away by Juicy. Will it get to 0? Yes, it will, and finally touch the ground.
But it was very dangerous toward the end of that. Mates did go a little bit too far forward. That overextension almost cost them. But we have overtime. It's a good chance for them to reset, and we'll see what happens as both these teams continue to clash.
Juicy, met him there on the side. Seiko now has Juicy forward, trying to run interference, and Daniel there to make a calm, cool, collected clear. Daniel falls off the wall there, though, and Seiko tried to go through. That's a double commit off Gentlemates, and just nothing else there for NRG. Gentlemates very lucky not to have conceded a quick overtime winner.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a credit, though. Seiko has been so good in the midfield. Juicy with a free shot, and it's a good save from Daniel as Mates trying to get one here. But they've been able to just keep NRG stuck in their own half. That one needs someone to save it. Daniel, again, making stops. Daniel's also been very good defensively this game.
I think there's a chance he was catching up to it off the crossbar twice. And Eugen delayed follow-up. Oh, great pass over to Seiko. Still saved away. They're hovering all around the post and the crossbar and still can't break through. So NRG get a turn of good fortune. And we play on well into the second minute of OT.
Very close for NRG. Daniel, even though he had 0 boost, did a good job of not showing it. And then Mates also made sure not to overcommit, just taking their time on the shot. They're keeping up the possession. They have NRG right where they want them, but they can't get the shot placement.
And a man running forward, but nothing else happening for NRG. Deep in NRG territory now, Gentlemates looking to break this 1-all deadlock and get the opening win. Everything so crucial now for Gentlemates. There's no margin for error at this point. They did all they could to get to the LAN and give themselves a shot at Worlds, but they have to be nearly flawless throughout this week.
Oh, Beast Mode trying to take it all by himself, but he didn't have boost. Juicy off the sidewall, leaves it for Eugen, but Daniel, great read on that. Absolutely necessary. Haven't seen too much offense from NRG, but chance here for Atomic. Shot right to Eugen, and it'll be a good save out of him. But Juicy and Seiko are low boost here. They're going to need some good 50s unless Eugen can bail them out.
NRG have done a great job in Gentlemates territory of utilizing open space and really making Gentlemates travel a lot laterally and not let them get downfield very quickly. So the opportunities Mates have had, they have had NRG fans holding their breath on multiple occasions. Daniel, good recovery in the air as that one's popped out of harm's way, and it's all Seiko can do just to delay everything.
Yeah, and he gets past one. NRG a bit scrambly here in this situation. Mates had the boost, but the demo Daniel got also is going to slow them down and throw them back into their own spot. As Beast Mode plays this one up high. Juicy, I'm sorry, will bring that to midfield. Here's Eugen now. Daniel tried to go up. He got bumped by Juicy. So Eugen trying to get this mid to Seiko. Oh no, a big double commit, and Beast Mode's got the open, and NRG secure game 1.
After over 3 minutes of overtime, Eugen and Seiko just a little lapse. And that is your OT winner for Beast Mode. leading 1-0 here in this second round series.
The question again is going to be, can mates kind of keep up this solid rotation? You got to get a lot of credit to Seiko. He's done an impeccable job covering the midfield, cutting off space from NRG. As you even see it right there. If he can keep that up, it's going to be really hard for NRG to play the way they want to.
Juicy has Seiko forward, and what a block. Now Eugen gonna take his time, and Daniel had him sized up the entire time.
And again, I like what I'm seeing from mates because they're setting up Eugen to be in positions where he can take that scoring shot. It's gonna help him get more comfortable in this LAN environment. And once he's more comfortable, then we'll be able to see him probably get
22, and the third time's the charm. We're back into it.
There we go. Game 2 on the screen here. And now we're talking about getting back into it. Look at that, great pinch shot there from Eugen. Got a lot of heat on that initially. And NRG trying to pick up where they left off. Again, stealing game 1 from Gentlemates. But can they turn this into something consistent, especially after all of the downtime?
A good 50. Going NRG's way, keeping the ball in a scoreable spot, and that just rolls right to Atomic. Defense could not clear, and Gentlemates find themselves trailing early in game 2.
Look at that touch from Beast Mode, though. It's good because he keeps control, pinches it off the wall. He knows that, you know, Daniel's really close there, or Atomic, I believe, is really close there, and once he gets that pinch, Seiko, who's not even facing the ball, just in a tough spot, always hard to get a 50. We even saw Seiko do that to NRG in game 1. So kind of going back the other way here. But plenty of time for mates to get involved here in game 2. NRG, though, putting them behind early.
So NRG gets the upper hand, trying to extend that lead. Eugen hanging around for the save, gets bulldozed by Daniel in the net. Beast Mode started to creep up, but Seiko's got a powerful clear. And now Juicy going to the corner and just can't get that to a scoreable spot for Seiko. So NRG looked like they might have been in a little bit of trouble, but they recover very quickly.
Yeah, I like that from Atomic. The threading of the pinch, doesn't want to give Juicy the ball for free there. Beast Mode to Daniel. Daniel high ball. Atomic, is it open? No, Juicy just barrels back in time.
Love to see when NRG is making the extra pass. Kind of a big part of why a lot of their games are so low scoring. They're very selective with their scoring opportunities and not unwilling at all to just pass things up for a better look. Beast Mode and Atomic kind of get their signals crossed, but it works out just fine. Beast Mode down to Atomic. Daniel trailing in behind. Beast Mode's going to take over, and he slots it right through, threading the needle on the near side.
Great placement here from Beast Mode. I mean, I like the touch. It's right to Atomic, which then, again, forces the defense to react. Juicy has so much of the net he has to cover, and because of that, Beast Mode knows he could try to go for the top left, but he wants to see if he can sneak it behind him, and he does just that because there's so much to cover in such a short time that Eugen can't get everything.
So the lead grows for NRG. Mates trying to cut into it. Eugen, double, triple, drop down! Yes, sir!
Look at this from Eugen. Just so much control. Able to get that flip there, keeps boosting and then dodges just to add a little bit of extra speed so the defender who's in the net can't quite get situated with where the ball's going. I love it from Eugen.
LAN rookie, huh? Lots of composure there. Juicy has that swatted right back into his own territory. Seiko right at Atomic, and he does well to stay with that ball. Is swatted away by the attack, and now Daniel's shot saved away by Juicy. Quick follow-up, though, as Atomic from the wing punishes Mates.
And you would think Eugen's goal would be just enough for Mates to get back going, but they're put in an awkward spot defensively, and even though Juicy has a great touch to get it to the side in the corner, I mean, the shot is there, and what an angle to find there for NRG. Now, again, a 2-goal lead for them.
And NRG just has to be an annoying opponent after all that work. Hey, nice shot, kid. By the way, you're still down 2 goals. Another one going out to the corner.
Another double commit as well.
And it could be costly. Beast Mode trying to slow play that ball. Seiko just recovered in time. Atomic tried to slow down Juicy's clearance attempt, and that's great control by Juicy not to just jump right into contact. Beast Mode now. Lateral for Atomic, and Juicy is right there. The defensive mates at times has looked spectacular, and then you see stuff like that and you go, well, that's why they're playing for their world's lives.
Yeah, the double commits are definitely worrying here. As we got a minute left, I think without those, mates look like they can really compete. But the problem is there's these little lapses. As usual, puts a good shot, and look, they can pull out.
Oh, Seiko got bumped too.
He's gonna leave it though for Juicy, and then Seiko trying to move it upfield, but he's playing alone there. He had, I believe, Eugen on the right wing, unable to get it to him. And now you can see the offense kind of start to fall apart. Now they're scrambling here on defense. They just have to, again, find that teamwork they had in game one, but 30 seconds to go against NRG might be too little too late.
And this is where NRG thrives too. A team that's got to kind of chase the game against them, and so they can just sit back, watch you come in. Eugen had it deflected away by Beast Mode. Juicy, indirect, shot is on and saved away by Daniel. Right halfway across the goal line, and it's by that margin that NRG puts this game away. It's a 2-goal victory this time around, and now a 2-game lead for the top dog in NA. Did you win or did you lose the series? Gentlemates have a long road ahead, and it doesn't even matter if they fall short after winning 2 more. Here we go at the new DFH. Mr. Shogun in the background.
Love it. Absolutely love it. We'll see if mates can make some adjustments, though. That'll be the biggest thing coming in between these 2 games. Like I said, when they are on or when they're all connecting, they can compete here against NRG, at least make the game very close. We saw that in game 1. Game 2 just felt like it got away from them. How will things look here after, a fresh minute to get things going like usual, and then headed into game 3?
Oh, Atomic's popped that one up, and Daniel very quickly up for it. Beast Mode back over to Daniel, has Atomic streaking across as well. The timing just not quite there, but they certainly had Gentlemates beat. Can Gentlemates recover though on the offensive end? Oh, Beast Mode hanging with that ball out of the corner. Juicy might call his own number here, got the demo, but Beast Mode is sure-handed at the back, and NRG unfazed for now.
I like this with Juicy, not afraid to turn and go here. He has Seiko, but he, again, wants to help Seiko get into a good spot where he's on the ball. You can see when Seiko does try to go up, NRG's really quick to kind of cover and make sure he doesn't have a lot of freedom to work. He's such a dangerous individual threat. But NRG making sure that no one is able to get that much free time. Great low 50 there from Beast Mode to kind of slow down the play. Wanted to see if he could set up Atomic to get a bump. Here's Daniel to Atomic again, and Eugen able to knock it away, but again, a little bit of hesitation there between Seiko and Juicy on which one is going for that ball.
Daniel in Beast Mode, trying to leave mates indecisive, trying to figure out who's going to take charge on that play. This time it's Daniel. He's got Atomic in the air, just let him too far. So everybody will reset. Beast Mode, trigger it back in. Atomic takes the handoff. Daniel's right there. Beast Mode lurking. Can he find the angle? He does, but the bouncer saved away by Eugen.
Yeah, that was good correction there from Eugen as well, because he was floating in front of the net, able to make sure to make some contact there. NRG, at least in the midfield, starting to get a little bit more room, and to be honest, mates, their biggest thing is to kind of shut that down, especially in front of the box, as Daniel comes from the other corner to sink in a big goal.
Beast Mode again involved in the offense. Up to the skies. Seiko thought he might have had him. No, sir. And nobody else recovered. No safety net there for Gentlemates. And their hopes in this series dwindling fast.
It's so good, though, because you can see NRG kind of picking and choosing when they want to go into your half. Daniel, another demo there. They're totally okay with, okay, what's the risk here? The risk-reward situation. They saw a prime opportunity. Daniel went upfield, took the boost. Defender couldn't get back in time, and it was a prime opportunity to score. Now, mates, they've got to keep their head on the swivel while still trying to move upfield and play their game.
Seiko's got Juicy with almost no boost in the tank, so all he can do is throw it at the back wall, and Beast Mode will just send it right back and invite them to try again. Atomic going to try to delay them in that effort. Seiko now with 20 in the tank, and Juicy is not going to be able to jump for it. Everybody's got to scramble back, and yet again, the timing just not there for Gentlemates.
It's not there. It is there, though, for Daniel. Keep eyes out for Daniel. He's been upfield taking a lot of corner boosts, and he's also looking to get more physical to throw mates off the rotation. That one pretty close here, but again, look at Daniel taking his time, trying to put the ball in tough situations. Seiko gets a demo. Juicy able to get the ball, but Daniel forcing him into the sidewall, while Atomic able to have enough time to make a good challenge there.
NRG focusing on the little details. They make sure they have boost. They make sure they've got everything covered. Here's Daniel, follow-up, saved away by Juicy this time. Might have been just a little wide by the post. Now on the counterattack, Eugen doesn't make contact, and nothing else there for Gentlemates. NRG again having all the angles covered, and Daniel doing all he can to get that out of harm's way. Eugen double tap save.
That was the best shot that we've seen from mates this game. They've got the pressure. NRG's also low on boost. Chance here for Eugen. He's going to play it high again. Is he going to be able to get that straight down? Yes, but where's the follow? Juicy shot, top corner.
Wondered where the shot was. I think even NRG might have just been kind of jumping around expecting, okay, there's got to be somebody there, right? No, there wasn't. Juicy was all the way back, had everything to look at as he picked out the play, and that is how Gentlemates tie up game 3 and keep themselves alive in this series.
Oh, double fake kickoff there. Now Eugen and Juicy both with boost as they are trying to make a play late. Gentlemates really starting to get more comfortable in NRG's half. They had a boost starved on the last play. Can they keep this up? Again, they make a mistake, NRG get a breakout chance. It could be NRG closing this one. It's going to be a tough final few seconds.
What a 50 by Beast Mode to set all of this up as he cycles back around, and he'll try to deliver the dagger. Beast Mode to the ground, and Atomic stayed back. Atomic might have been able to go there, but he didn't want to leave Daniel hanging. Down to 7 seconds now. Daniel has that go off the corner. Can Juicy get around Beast Mode? He does. And Atomic just in damage control mode. Gentlemates might be looking for one last shot. Eugen now got to bring this to ground. That is incredibly dangerous, and still not to ground. Atomic, Daniel for the series, blocked by Eugen.
And that one, no, Beast Mode's keeping it up. Eugen will ground it, but both teams seemed a little content to play this one out. Here we go. Game 3 overtime. Both teams wanted to get the closing goal there in regulation, but now it'll be whether or not mates can close out a game against NRG. This is the best that they've looked all series long, but is it enough?
First game was an overtime that went 3+ minutes. Daniel looking for a much shorter one as that one's barely saved away by Eugen. Atomic doesn't have anybody to pass to. Beast Mode was taken off the field. And now a chance for Gentlemates. After that demo, Beast Mode right back into the play and back with a vengeance, though he got faked off the wall. Juicy blocked by Daniel. Where's the follow-up? Seiko has Eugen, and Daniel has it red.
Oh, good try for the cut, but Daniel's so good, just close to the ball. Tried to leave it slow for Beast Mode, but Beast Mode had pre-jumped it. Daniel and Beast Mode both in the box. Daniel tried to go for a bump, but he couldn't even make contact there. So now to go the other way, but Gentlemates, they're so low on boost that they don't have too much control of the possession here, and now they got to barrel back. Seiko low on boost again, and he's able to get it into the corner. Mates are just scrambling here, but it's just been enough to keep them in the OT.
Oh, Eugen was trying to line up a double, but Daniel collects. Now Seiko has that out to the corner. That could still work out for NRG. Though Atomic's got a retreat, made sure to grab the midfield boost. Anybody else forward for Gentlemates? It's Eugen as that goes off to the corner. Playing a little slower, kind of like NRG, just trying to play the field as Atomic dishes that off to the corner. And Gentlemates have to go back to the drawing board in the wing.
And NRG doing a good job shadowing here. They recognize that mates had to kind of trap the ball so that they made sure to have everything covered to get possession, but they haven't been able to get out. Daniel had to boom it. They were all low on boost right now. So they needed some time here to work, and Gentlemates, they kind of see it. They want to take advantage of it. They're trying to boom the ball fast downfield. Can Juicy get this one through? No. NRG now set, boosted up, and they want to control this ball moving upfield.
I don't know if you want to play this pace against NRG. Beast Mode has that one blocked away. Could not get it back down towards the net. Daniel would lob it down again. Keep the defense on.
Wow.
Nobody landed. What a save along the goal line. That's going to sail high. No follow-up. There's Beast Mode. Couldn't get the read, or if he scored that, what a worldie. But now Seiko ran out of boost. And Gentlemates do get back down into NRG territory, but this one nearly ended on either side. Infield pass, and Seiko keeps mates alive.
Great pass. Look here. He recognizes that the defense is not set from NRG. Got a free lane, and of course Seiko. Perfect shot. And mates keep it alive here, but can they bring us to 5?
Well, after 7.5 minutes of listening to Shogun on DFH, we'll wonder if we'll hear Budget Shogun on Champs Field. Still some work to do here for Gentlemates as we carry on. Juicy for Seiko! One shot, one goal again!
And that is a man you do not want to get ramping. What a shot from Seiko! Right off the kickoff, mates are keeping the momentum going.
8 seconds after he scored the overtime winner in Game 3. Seiko has been activated. Beast Mode falling to the ground there on the corner, and all Atomic can do is lob it forward to him and see if he can create with nothing else to work with. He cannot. Here come Gentlemates. They've got numbers. Eugen in the middle, and the save made there by Beast Mode, making sure that pass didn't find its mark.
Now NRG having to play from behind early here, and we can see them probably look to get more on the physical side. Again, Daniel does a great job of making the defense awkward. It was a good shot from Atomic, but it was saved away, and mates will have to try to manage that pressure as the game goes on. Again, we've seen him overcommit time and time again, but it hasn't been punished yet by NRG.
That whiff by Daniel could have been very costly. Just kind of lost track of the ball on the wall. Now Juicy, outlet to Seiko. Why not? Give him the ball, let him cook. That's gonna pinball her out, and a quick flip needed by Eugen to get back. He got some help there out of Juicy. And now Eugen doing all he can just to delay NRG on their counter. Hasn't done much though, and Beast Mode will make him pay after a costly turnover at midfield.
Yeah, and it looked really close too. That Juicy may have potentially got the save here. It was a tough read. He was so close, but couldn't get enough contact there on the ball. And all it takes is a shot like that. NRG back in the game.
Game on here at Utopia. Juicy, tough ball to track going around the boards. He's got a piece of that ball as well as it goes to the opposite corner, and Eugen will take over. Seiko, big shot, saved by Beast Mode. Watch the follow-up though. Eugen has Juicy in front. Seiko takes over, and that one's blocked out as well.
Seiko's continuing to put on really tough shots to save here. All it takes is him to get a good look. Fake challenge there. Juicy kind of pays for it. He gets bumped out of the play. Good on Seiko being back in time. But even for Juicy, he's been just really good at being able to kind of shake whatever's going on off if he makes a misplay and getting back into the game really quickly. Goes to show you just mentally how focused Gentlemates are.
Eugen to the skies. What does he have up his sleeve? Well, he has a challenge lost to Daniel. Second touch, no, he left it, and a save made by Seiko. Tracking that play the whole way. The defensive Gentlemates has been much better here as the series has gone on. Daniel got bumped, but Atomic there to follow up, and so too is Beast Mode. All hands on deck defensively here for NRG as Gentlemates look better than they have all series long on the offensive end.
Yeah, their offense is looking pristine. That being said, they're struggling with keeping that offense on NRG's half. They did a lot of that in Game 3. NRG, this game, has had so much more space, and with that space, they've been able to make some really uncomfortable situations for mates. And this keeps up. I don't think their defense can hold on for that long. Mates got to get out. There's a demo from Daniel. Atomic's not going to be able to find the double, but Daniel can take a shot. Top corner, top bar down. Oh, no one can make contact, and Eugen is able to knock it away.
All that, and all you get out of it is just a little ping. Another effort. Atomic keeping that play alive, and Eugen can chase this down from the side. looking to create, and denied by Beast Mode. Watch the follow-up. It goes through everybody. Seiko can turn on this. A little chip shot, and Beast Mode makes the save, punching it off the crossbar. Juicy, double through traffic, not happening.
Eugen wants to drop it to Seiko. Seiko's gonna go. It was a fake challenge to get Beast Mode to give away the ball. So now Juicy can get boost here. Has to get it past Atomic. Does so, but Daniel off backboard. Double commit though from Mates. No one makes contact, and Beast Mode also pre-jump. So it somehow works in Gentlemate's favor. Final minute to go. NRG now a little low on boost, but Atomic able to clear it towards the side. Both teams kind of battling for possession here, as it could be gold and gold territory.
No room for error again for Gentlemates. Atomic, slow play. He's got Beast Mode central, and Juicy, powerful clearance, relieves a ton of pressure. Nobody else diving forward for NRG, but they will retain possession. It's Atomic. Try to get to the outside. He couldn't keep that in. Beast Mode can. And then immediately on him was Eugen. Down to 20 seconds. Seiko for Eugen. Watch Juicy coming through the middle. Oh, he had to turn around after the challenge. And it's NRG just looking to contain Gentlemates here. Probably perfectly content for another overtime. Will anybody take a shot though? Anybody gonna get a little bit greedy? No time on the clock. Where is everybody heads at? It's still available. Eugen just backs off. We will have golden goal at Utopia.
Another overtime between these two teams. We've had 3 over the course of this series. Seiko trying to send us to 5. Atomic able to get there. Eugen trying to add a little bit of pressure. Infield pass. Seiko looking for the follow-up on his touch. Forces 2 out from NRG, and Juicy with no boost wants to keep this in play. This will force Beast Mode to bring it into the corner, but NRG under a lot of pressure from Mates after the starting kickoff. They finally are able to get the ball into midfield.
Out of the corner, Atomic with a boost steal. But NRG unable to starve out Gentlemates on this occasion. Atomic will try and bring it right back in. That boost will respawn for Eugen, but there's the shot saved away by Seiko. Can he quickly get out of the zone? Certainly can, but they're not going to have much of a foothold here in NRG territory, and here come the North Americans.
Got to watch out for NRG as well. They've been doing a good job of moving the pace, but again, one of the biggest things was their last OT goal, as Eugen tries to slam that towards net. Again, that fake, and they haven't really pulled out too many fake shot chances here. It could be the difference maker. Oh, Atomic, that one was almost in, just off target, and Mates still in this series.
Seiko and Beast Mode doing battle in the corner. Loose ball will fall towards Eugen. Beast Mode doing all he can to turn on it. Not a lot of boost on the side of Gentlemates for the moment. Here's a shot from Atomic, and he lined it up. No, Eugen has the clear. And back out to midfield we go, and another long overtime gets settled in here. We've had 3 minutes, we've had 2 minutes. Atomic tried to call game, and Juicy said no.
Yeah, he had a free lane. Juicy was low on boost, but he got there in time, and that was a big touch because Seiko was upfield. He was alone there. Wait, a chance here. Can Juicy get there to put the shot on? No, not enough pace. And even though Atomic was low on boost, he's able to get it to a Beast Mode, and Beast Mode just forcing it downfield again so NRG can keep the pressure.
A demo in front of the Gentlemates net, but Atomic sailed one high, and Daniel couldn't turn in time. Who will take charge now for NRG? Beast Mode, but he's turned off the play by Juicy. Still involved. Daniel's up. Double commit out of Mates, but they needed to, and that's blocked out by Juicy as well. Just got a fingertip on it. Seiko has to panic a little bit, but does not fall victim to the NRG offense. We play on. Juicy will go for this, and Atomic is just barely in the way.
Mates are, you can tell they're really set on not having to force the issue, not playing fast. They want to play their game. They'll leave the ball in midfield and even give the ball to NRG so they don't bring themselves out of the play. And it's been working here. I think NRG is expecting them or wants them to play that fast ball, but Eugen, almost to the top right, but just couldn't find the mark.
Hit the frame of the goal again. And we continue to play on. Mates may be wondering at the end of this weekend what might have been had some things gone differently here. They still have a chance to control their own fate. This one to the ceiling. Seiko just drives under, try to bait NRG into a panic play. The nerves unenviable on the side of Gentlemates. Could be trouble. Seiko just has out his side. Boy, this is an absolute mess right now, but they found a way to navigate their way out of it.
Yeah, double commit with 2 guys last back. That was really, really dangerous. Here's the pass. Atomic, no, blocked out by Juicy. Seiko gets a touch off the back wall. Daniel had to dodge a bump, so he couldn't get the follow-up here. So it's just enough here for, what?